Welcome back, friends, to Max Q Barbecue, my Cybertruck journey. Today we're doing our regular drive to drop off our laundry, our weekly trip. This is a test of 13.2.7, and let's see how FSD 13.2.7 does on our drive today. So one of the areas, we're coming up on some speed bumps. Let's see if 13.2.7 will at least slow down a little bit for the speed bumps. We're going speed limit, actually over the speed limit. And it's trying to slow down a little bit, 23, 22. It's a little fast, but at least it did try to slow down this time. And we got another speed bump coming up here. So hopefully 13.2.7 will slow down a little bit for this one. Now it is almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. There's a good bit of traffic this time of day. So it's going to be a little bit of mix of some...
In 500 feet, turn right onto South Rolling Road.
City driving as well as some interstate driving.
Now turn right onto South Rolling Road.
And as you will see, there's quite a bit of congestion on some of the roads here, especially this road. We've got a lot of afternoon traffic, people coming in from work and headed home. Nice little turn there, good gap. We'll be coming up on this red light. My impressions so far on the 13.2.7 have been not much difference. Actually have gone from 13.2.2 to 13.2.6 to 13 to 2.7, and I really haven't seen a lot of difference between the various different versions. But we're going to drive along here and see if we notify. Well, there is one difference, and might appear a little later in the video. There's a particular exit that I need to take
in
off
1,000 feet, turn left onto Maryland 166 South.
Interstate, and it has, at least in the two previous versions, attempted to get into the wrong lane. Now look at this. It's having trouble making up the decision of which lane it's supposed to be in. Very interesting. It's now settled on the correct lane, but it almost had me trying to intervene to make sure it was in the middle lane, which is the one it needs to be in. But it certainly, definitely bobbed and weaved between the left turn lane and the right going straight through lane. But this is the correct lane to get onto the interstate.
Now turn left onto Maryland 166 South.
See how we do with merging traffic here. So we've got folks that are sliding in with us here. See folks lined up getting on the exit there. A lot of traffic getting off here. Also will notice that the roads have been treated for a potential snowstorm tonight and tomorrow. The bottom side of my Cybertruck looks like calcium carbonate with all this de-icing treatments that have gone on. That's nice. Let some people have some room to merge. It's got a deer in the road. Just barely missed the dead deer, but seemed to avoid it without crossing the center line. That was interesting. See on the interstate above us there, it's definitely at a crawl. Just passing under Interstate 95. Adjusting my mirrors so I can track the camera. Okay, this is where FSD has gotten over into the wrong lane, and we are currently in the wrong lane because this is not the lane that we need to be in. So I'm going to intervene and move us back over into this lane. Something about the navigation here in this particular location, FSD was wanting to take the wrong lane and wrong exit. Knew it had to turn
now
right,
exit
but
1A
it was
on the
turning
right.
right in the wrong spot. Now this is a pretty tough turn here. It's very tight. A lot of 5 o'clock in the afternoon traffic here. We're going to have a lot of traffic trying to merge from our left, depending upon the traffic lights. But you can see the light just turned green, and we've got a long row of cars that are coming from the left. And many of them are going to want to get onto the interstate. And they generally crowd right here. And the Cybertruck's not gutsy enough. You see how it's waiting. I would already be out there. I'm going to nudge it along, get it out there, because people are just going to keep running past you if you don't get up here and take the move there. As you can see, people are very aggressive in this area, but the Cybertruck would just sit there and was sitting there waiting. So it needed to be just a little bit more aggression, just because the Cybertruck had the right of way, although it was yielding. Yes, as I was thinking about it, it was yielding at the yield sign, which I guess that may have been a proper interpretation. But as I interpret it, you yield, you don't pull over on front of somebody. But yeah, we'll see. You know, it's one of those things that judgment calls. I guess the safe thing to do is not to move along there and merge in with the traffic. Okay, we got a green light here. We got some railroad tracks. Got some big potholes. Monster pothole there. Fortunately, we were far enough over to the right, we didn't hit the pothole. After this red light, we're going to have to get over into the left-hand lane because we have to turn at a flashing red light. Right turn on red is allowed. Cybertruck FSD does seem to understand the nature of that intersection. Previously, in earlier versions, it would actually make too sharp of a left turn and actually turn into the median lane between the two lines, and that was of course due to the railroad track markings. But the last two times with the last two versions, it has been properly navigating that turn. So FSD is getting better in some cases where I've experienced some problems before. I'm just not sure what to say about that getting in the right-hand lane for the wrong exit. Too
in
early.
500 feet, bear left to stay on Aviation Boulevard. Now bear left to stay on Aviation Boulevard.
Okay, this
in 500
is
feet,
the
turn
flashing
left onto
red,
South Camp Mead Road.
where you can, if there's no oncoming traffic,
Now
you
turn
can
left onto
turn.
South Camp Mead Road.
It's a good challenge for FSD. Oh, we got the green arrow, so there is no challenge. See if it takes the correct lane choice. It certainly did. Chose the correct lane. So that's an improvement over the earlier versions. I'm looking forward to the day when FSD can actually pull into the parking places and pick out parking spots. I know they're coming with that. Struggles at my home because there's no line markers. It doesn't want to park necessarily in front of the house. Wondering if that'll ever sort itself out. But for general driving skills, it's a good 95-98% where it needs to be, but it's always that last 5 to 10% that takes the most effort to work out those keys. Does pulling in here. It has usually pulled in and made it all the way into the correct parking lot. Yeah, it looks like the
now turn left.
Navigation has got us going in the right direction.
Now your destination is on the right.
And I am going to disengage and go ahead and just pull in here. Alrighty, there is our Tuesday afternoon trip. Our route looks like FSD 13.2.7 got us here. Had a couple of disengagements, but well, I guess we had a couple of interventions, but not disengagements. And I never had to disengage FSD, but I did have to intervene on a turn and on that merge. So still, that's pretty darn good. No disengagements. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video today and the update on 13.2.7. We'll see you on the next version.
In 500 feet, take the Interstate 195 west ramp on the right toward Maryland 295, Interstate 95. Now take the Interstate 195 west ramp on the right. Now take exit 3 on the right.
Okay, we're going to be exiting the interstate here and making
In
a left
500
turn.
feet, bear left onto Washington Boulevard. Now bear left onto Washington Boulevard.
It's getting hopefully in the far left lane here. I'll have to intervene a little bit. So that is a disengagement. I have to disengage it to get it into the correct lane. We'll re-engage it and see what it does as we around this turn. The top of this overpass, we're going to make a hairpin turn back to the left, and generally there's a lot
In
of traffic.
500 feet, bear right onto Southwestern Boulevard.
And it looks like it
Now
does
bear right
not
onto
know
Southwestern
about the
Boulevard.
turn, so I'm going to disengage. I was looking at the navigation. The navigation was taking us all the way down the hill and back up. Have a bit of traffic here.
Interstate 695, Baltimore. Now take exit 4A on the right.
Doesn't look like this version fixed the windshield wiper problem. Another example of phantom windshield. This is another clip with full self-driving 13.2.7. We're getting into some afternoon traffic on the interstate and letting FSD show us what it's got. Show us what it's got. Encourage it to maybe get over in the left lane here. It waited nicely for the oncoming traffic before getting over. Once again, with a little encouragement, it's changing lanes. All right, we have an exit coming up in about 1.5 miles. It looks like it's pretty crowded, and we've got an emergency vehicle in front of us.
In 1 mile, take exit 64 on the right onto Interstate 695 east toward Essex.
FSD has done a nice job of getting itself set up in the correct lane for exiting. Something that's quite improved over some of the past experiences with the earlier versions where it would wait often till it was too late to get over, especially in traffic conditions. It looks like we got around that bottleneck, so it's moving quite smoothly through the traffic now.
Now take exit 64 on the right. In 1,000 feet, take the Interstate 695 east ramp on the right toward Essex. Now take the Interstate 695 east ramp on the right. In 1,000 feet, take exit 34 on the right toward Philadelphia Road, then take the ramp on the left toward White Marsh. Now take exit 34 on the right. Now take the ramp on the left toward White Marsh. In 500 feet, take the ramp on the left toward White Marsh.
So FSD did a nice job of
Now turn left
exiting
onto Philadelphia Road.
and getting into the correct turn lane, because up ahead, about 3 or 4 blocks up, we're going to have to make a left turn. So it's setting us up properly in the left-hand lane. Look at that. It's holding back, not blocking the intersection, waiting for some room to move forward. Very
In 500
nice.
feet, turn left onto Rossville Boulevard.
Let's see if we can get all the way over in the far left lane.
Now turn left onto Rossville Boulevard.
It's okay where it's at. After this red light, we're going to be exiting to the right. So it's going to be interesting. It looks like FSD is going to get us through the red light.
In 1,000 feet, your
before
destination will
getting
be on the
over
right.
to the right lane. And then we'll have to disengage because that is the end of the route guidance. But basically, I'm very happy and enjoy letting FSD drive me around Baltimore. It's nice. I guess I'm going to have to disengage because it's not...
Now your destination is on the right.
Yeah, my destination on the right, but it was getting in the left lane. So anyway, it got us here. The only disengagement was at the end of our trip. And had 3 interventions that were all lane change interventions. No navigation errors or interventions here today. Got us here, and we're going to get parked and go inside and go to work. Thanks for watching.
In 500 feet, turn turn left.
We are on our way home from work, and we're going to let FSD 13.2.7 drive us home and see how well it does. So this is 13.2.7 full self-driving, bringing us home. Felt a little fast on that curve, but not too bad. We're coming up here on the Harbor Tunnel. To share some video of this particular section of the trip home. It is the intersection between Interstate 95 and 695 Loop here in Baltimore. Very, very congested area. We're going to have traffic exiting to the left, merging from the right, exiting to the right. This little area gets a little bit dicey, especially with traffic. So just want to video as we go through here and see how well the Cybertruck handles this with this level of traffic and congestion. Got a Model X coming up on our left, passing us.
In 1 mile, take exit 47AB on the right toward Catonsville.
Now, if I was driving, I would probably go ahead and get over into the right lane. I'll go ahead and do some encouragement to get it to go over. I'm sure it will get over just fine, but I don't like waiting to the last minute, so I just want to go ahead and set the Cybertruck up to go this way. And this time of day, the traffic route that the Cybertruck is choosing could have a lot more traffic, and there's an alternate approach. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll let it run its course. I would normally try to reroute in the other direction to avoid the traffic.
Now take exit 47AB on the left.
So I may disengage here and then re-engage as we're
In 500 feet,
headed
take the ramp
the
on the
other
right
direction.
toward UMBC campus, CCBC Catonsville. Now take the ramp on the right toward UMBC campus.
Go ahead and disengage and take us in this direction. Generally going to the right at this time of day, the traffic backs up pretty thick on that part of the ramp, by going to the left here, I can circle around and avoid that heavy traffic. And it looks like it's already rerouted. Just made a navigation adjustment also to speed things up a little bit.
In 1,000 feet, take exit 3 on the right onto Washington Boulevard. Now take exit 3 on the right. In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Washington Boulevard. Then turn right onto South Street.
This area is quite congested as well. There's going to be some turn lanes and red lights. Yeah, it looks like it may get lucky and catch a green light, but it's starting to get over into the right turn lane. Not as congested as it normally is. And now we're going to double
Now
back
turn right onto South Street.
and go through the little community here called Relay to get back towards the house. Now there's some interesting stop signs on this route that allow you to turn even though it says a stop sign. It's a stop except when you're turning right. And let's see if the FSD will actually take advantage of that.
Now bear left onto South.
My guess is that it's going to come to a full NHTSA stop regardless of the fact that it doesn't have to. And it's explicit on the stop sign. So I don't think FSD is actually reading the stop signs or reading the signs around the stop signs, or at least from an explicit point of view. That first stop except for right turn is coming up here. So right turn has the right of way. And you might be able to see it in the video. It says stop except right turn. Now the 3D recognizer just shows a stop sign. It does not read the sign underneath that says except. So if there's somebody behind me, they'd probably be blowing the horn right now, because generally your right turn is the protected
in 500 feet, turn
travel
left to stay
lane.
on South Rolling Road. Now turn left to stay on South Rolling Road.
The main thoroughfare actually zigzags through this community, and the main thoroughfare is the right of way. It's the side streets that you have to stop to go in those directions.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Francis Avenue.
The second of those stop except for right turn is coming up here on directly ahead of us. And again, I don't think that the Cybertruck or FSD
Now
is
turn right
actually
onto Francis
reading
Avenue.
the stop sign. If you can make it out on the video, it says right, it says stop except right turn, or stop for pedestrians and crosswalk. Well, we're making a right turn and there's no pedestrians. So we did not have to execute a full NHTSA stop there.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Selford Road. Now turn right onto Selford Road. Now turn right onto West
ahead and disengage here because we are at our destination. And I just want to pull straight in. And this concludes our video. I hope you enjoyed our ride along with 13.2.7 full self-driving. Thanks for watching.